Hello, me lovelies. Well, something exciting happened yesterday, didn't it? ViDEOCRAiG and Anne were talking. So I haven't watched it yet. So I don't know what's coming. So I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Was it exciting, people? Was it exciting? Because as I say, I haven't got a clue. I didn't watch it. So what was yeah, Kelsey doll. Anyway, you know Kelsey's always got to have this because she's my moderator. Kelsey's always got to have this. Anyway, guess what? Anne was so thankful to Craig for turning up at the show because if we hadn't, it would have been an absolute disaster. That would have just ended, flopped on its belly because he was the only one that bothered coming on the live. So Anne recorded a little ditty for him. Here's the little ditty for Craig.
But 1 minute you're good, and the very next minute you're bad. At times I ought to hate you, you make me feel so blue. But honest, I can't hate you, you smile at me the way you do. Oh my goodness.
Well, wasn't that nice? Anne's little thank you to Craig for coming on the show because it would have been a disaster if we had to. Hiya, Crafty Cow. Hiya, Kate. Let's see. So anyway, I want to give me, BLU-RAYCRAiG, who of course these rumours that I'm Anne in disguise, is a load of nonsense. I'm not. But here we go. So, oh God. One thing about Anne, doesn't she make you, gets right, hits the spot. Just have to look, it hits the spot. So here we go. Let's have a look at what's being said. Oh, I'd watch you all day, Anne. I'd watch you, you sexy sex pot all day. Oh, I'd watch you with nothing on. I'd watch you with nothing on, as everyone would on YouTube. Right? So, should we get going with this? Because I've got to get it back to the bit where I want us. And I'm finding a struggle to get it where, because I don't want it to start. Here we go. That must be, yeah. I haven't seen it, of course, you know. So here we go. Let's start. I've got it at the right place now. Here we go. Oh, wait. Why has it gone forward? There we go. There we go. Because the only one that ever calls on is poor Johnny Sparrow. This is where Anne was thinking, this is going to be a quick live because no one's going to call on, and she couldn't be bothered just sitting there talking. Out of sympathy for me. Right. See. I didn't find that to watch. If you want to sit a minute watching me with this hat on, fine. See, that's where it was getting desperation time. Who's that? Who is it?
Hello.
Ah, it's the man himself. Look who we have on here. Look who we have. So, this is who you'd have on. This is who you'd have on.
But 1 minute you're good, and the very next minute you're bad. At times I ought to hate you, you make me feel so blue. But honest, I can't hate you, you smile
So here look, Owen, isn't he? He's being cheeky, isn't he? He's being cheeky. He's not going to deck a bomb me, is he? Where's he gone, the little swine? He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's a cheeky monkey, isn't he? See, he did that once on a live with Anne, because of course I'm not Anne, as you all know. BLU-RAYCRaig, and he went off, just went off, and Anne's sitting there like a right lemon, thinking, oh, he's going to come back on any minute, and he didn't. He's done this on purpose. He's not going to come on, is he? Get on here. He's got his floppy do. He's got his floppy do.
Hello, Anne.
What are you doing to Paul Decker?
What do you mean? What am I doing? Nothing.
By the way, here we are. Oh, I'll have to get it again. I thought I had it. I want to. Has anyone heard? It's fine. Decker has done a GoFundMe for some woman that's passed over, and so what weird name? My dad sells Kunsel or something. I don't know, something like that. Has done a short. I posted on. Anna's posted on a community page warning people. I'd say be very, very careful, people, because I wouldn't put anything past Decker, because he scammed people in the past. He must be desperate for money where he is at the moment, the situation he's in. Be very, very careful, because if it does end up being a scam, it's trying to get it back off him. That's the problem you have. So be very, very wary. I hate saying that, because this is to help out the family of a woman that's passed over, but it's him that's doing it, and you have to be careful. Very, very careful. Just let's check the chat. Do you know what? I'm not being funny. I was looking the other day, right, and I was told that in my chat there was a lot of accounts which were obviously eek, right? Look, people who don't know what we're going on about, you won't know. People who know will know. But eek, right, was doing these. It was obvious it was he, because I'm convinced it's a she, that was doing these accounts, but they were all had French names. Now, if I remember rightly, Sparkle could speak French. Could speak French very well. Just go think about that one. Think about that one. Well, let's carry on with this. What are you and your fraternity, your sect, or your cult, as I like to call it? Because we all know it's a satanic cult. Cult. And didn't call Craig a crude name there. What are you doing torturing the poor man? What information has he got on? Look, did you see that then? Did you see that? Nerves. Once Anne starts going on about cults and, satanic things like that. Watch what he does with his head. You and your fraternity. Here we are, fraternity. Your sect. Here we are, sect. Or your cult. Or your cult. I like to call it, because we all know it's a satanic cult. Look. See, watch this. Watch the body language here. Watch the body language. Freemasons. What are you doing torturing the poor man? What information is he got? Oh, is that not the face that says, oh, you are touching a very raw nerve. You're touching a very raw nerve here. Look at those eyes looking around as if to say, please don't. Are you going to expose all of us? Are you going to expose every single? Isn't it? Go on. You tell me that isn't a guilty face that's going to expose. How about that? Oh, come on! Well, that didn't go as planned. It was supposed to smoothly go, one right after the other. Really make me look unprofessional. People would be calling me ViDEOCRaig if I keep on being unprofessional with me videos. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, see the body language. It's the body language. Yeah.
Well, we've got.
See the stuttering. Oh, look at the stuttering. Oh, out there. Look, he's looked at the side. I wonder who's at the side. I wonder who's at the side. It wouldn't be the Grand Master. Yeah, is that who he's looking to for being told what to say?
We all got together and we're like, right, who's the biggest celebrity in the UK that we don't control?
Anne.
And obviously it's like
That's not me. Excuse me, it's who?
It's Decca Heggie.
I don't think so. It's who? Who's the biggest celebrity? I think it's Yuan. It's Yuan. Definitely 100%. Yuan, without a doubt, it is Yuan.
Decca Heggie.
Who's the biggest? I think it begins with an A.
Oh, tinfoil hat Anne.
Yeah. He's the second one, isn't he? He's the second one. So anyway, do you know, I was thinking, wearing that thing. As Anne was doing it, because of course I'm not Anne. As Anne was doing it, I was thinking, I wonder if certain people on YouTube that Anne has had a spat with, which hopefully is over and done with now, what needed to be said is out there, is thinking, oh, look, Anne is signaling. Anne is signaling to Jamie Boyle her undying support. Anne was sitting there thinking that. If you're wondering how I know Anne thought, I just do. What's your views on this sudden? I think that this is all Decca Heggie doing his normal, trying to stir up attention on himself, and I don't think. See, Anne always hits the nail on the head. 1 minute. That's my personal view.
Yeah, that's him in pretty much everything, though, isn't it? He's got no imagination at all. So he'll have just seen one video, he'll have seen somebody else talking about the Freemasons and go, I'll run with that for a bit. But just makes him look even stupider, because when you speak.
Oh, Stu Infinity, you've seen what you said before about you'd never seen me trolling a certain Irish woman, which you didn't. I had an argument with a certain Irish woman who lost her daughter because she could be tetchy. But you reminded the person who was saying that I trolled her, that they were the one that were trolling her when she was really at her lowest. But thank you for that, Stu Infinity. So this is for Stu Infinity. Here we go. This is just for Stu Infinity. They're sticking up for me the other day. Yeah. Stuck up for and did Stu.
When you try and educate people about subjects that you know nothing about, you just come across as a wally. But we're all wally anyway.
We didn't actually answer this, did we? It's all humble admitted age ago. Well, it's no secret. He tells himself he's in the Masons, isn't he? He's never actually kept a secret. I must admit, times he just made me giggle. But did you see the one he did cutting into me? Is that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I don't think he realizes Dame Edna as a fictional character.
Well, the thing is, right? I'm surprised. I've never been called Dame Edna. I usually get called Lily Savage. Because they reckon that I have a Paul Grady sort of air about me. Anyway, yeah, so, but that I found that funny. People saying, oh, aren't you shocked? I said, no. I said, because I think it's funny the way he's kicking off. It's like, you got a thing dangling between your legs. So, see, the thing with Anne is, it's the way some people say, it's the way someone says something and we're there. And thinks the meanness or not are being serious. Like Carl McCorner, when he kicked off on Anne, was hysterical. Absolutely. That's what got them talking again, actually. Because Anne thought it was an absolute hoot to hear you know the way Carl McCorner used to go on. Kenny, we won't go now. Kenny shitty on the floor. Kenny. And Anne thought this was all hysterical. Well, Decker, when he kicks off and is going things like, oh yeah, you got a big thing dangling between your legs, you man. It's just where someone else could say much less. And it would be more offensive because when they're saying it in a really vindictive way. So what's the update on that you know about him? Is he's not home, that's for sure. It's lying then.
No, he's not home. Karate Marty apparently has given him 14 days to move out from a little while ago. What else has happened? He's trying to tell Karate Marty who Karate Marty isn't allowed to talk to.
Oh, he said that in his video, didn't he? Decker, that he was telling them. I think Decker's realised his mistake.
And the latest I heard, he's also scared of the dark.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has night terrors. He's got to sleep with the light on.
Well, do you know what? That's not unusual because
for the hardest man in the country.
Oh, Craig, right? Well, he's not in the country, is he? It is that actually it's sensible to be. I wonder what's going to happen with that. He can't stay there forever, can he? Because he'll have to come back at some time. And where's he getting his money? Can he still be getting his benefits? I don't know what a benefit's like now. Don't people have to go and sign on? It's a natural. No, when they say about phobias are anyway, let's watch that. How's he getting his benefits if he's not looking for work or signing on? So where's he getting his money from? Oh, hi, Chrissy. Here's Chrissy. So this is just for you, Chrissy. This is just for you. And this as well. You get to. So yeah, does anyone know what's going to happen to his benefits? Oh, I'll give you a hello. Oh, Rach, of course you get a hello, darling. Here we are. Let me just get there. Here we are, Rach. Here we are, Rach. Because you get, I wouldn't leave Rach out of it, would I? I'm being cheeky, aren't I, Rach? Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Where am I up to? Right. Yeah, does anyone know about how he's getting spent? Oh, he will lose them if he's being locked up. But how is he getting them? That's what I can't. But don't people have to do job searches and all that? To get it? I don't know. It all seems to be strange. Oh, he's on. Oh, you are joking me. How can he be on PIP? Isn't that for seriously disabled people? No way. I read online that people can still claim PIP. Decker's on PIP. Personal independence. What a scumbag. That's for people who seriously, I'm talking about serious disabilities. Not only physical disabilities, but I'm talking about serious mental disabilities where they can't get out. Do you know what? Do you know the way the Wales? I'm going to go on more because I'm an Alsat, so I know what it was like years ago. Oh, a man. Well, a woman for that matter. The idea of going on benefits was like a terrible stigma to them. Fears that are rational. Well, actually, being scared in the dark is rational because if you can't see, you don't know what's coming to attack you. It's like when they say fear of flying is a phobia. It isn't really because it makes sense to be scared of being that high. Dun. Do you know what? I had something I'll have to do for the next one. Do you know? Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I I don't know. Wait a minute. I see this. I'm psychic. I know what's coming next, guy. So I know what's coming next. That's how I know what he's going to say next. But yeah,
what are you saying?
Not that I've seen this. I haven't seen it.
Like I should be our tribe leader then.
Well, I think I'm just trying to work out what the devilish plan is from you three, and I can't work it out.
When I was younger, I was scared of Ryvitas, but I grew out.
Now, what I was going to say, because of course you'll be wondering, how do I know he says Ryvitas if I haven't actually watched this? Because I'm BLU-RAYCRaig, I'm not Anne. It's because I'm psychic. Anyway, I saw the clip and I forgot it. And I thought that is so freaky. I was just watching something really random, and someone mentions about a Ryvita, but not in a good way. And I thought, I've got to clip that and put that in the show. And I went and forgot it, so I'll have to get it. Oh, it was so weird. I forgot to do it.
Out of it, Anne. I grew out of it.
Ryvitas.
Yeah.
Why were you scared of Ryvitas? Talk it through me. I'm a therapist.
I just didn't. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, I just didn't like the look of the man. But I grew out of it. I can be in the same room as a Ryvita now and not even think about it.
So is it because they're all pitted and grainy looking?
I don't know.
Or did you have a bad experience with the rusk that was up when you were a baby? Perhaps you did, because I can cure all that, because I don't like people being sad like that. It's this Craigie Poos. Oh, Craigie Poos. Did you see Anne's lovely little song for you? Oh, won't people be getting bored of that? I'm not going to play it again. People will be getting bored of it, won't they, darlings? Hey, Kelsey. What's going on here? Oh, Welsh girl. That's true. I've seen that happening. I mean, of course, if you're dependent, really highly dependent on alcohol or drugs, yeah, they do need help, because it's a serious, horrific addiction. And it's no easy to say, oh, just get off it. It doesn't work as easy as that. But what they should be doing, they should be actively showing and proving that they are going for treatment for it, serious treatment. But you see, the thing is, the treatment is half-assed. Welsh girl, it's half-assed that they get. I think it's just so that the books are being ticked and oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. Instead of saying, no, you've got to start getting somewhere. Like that. Do you remember when people give up smoking and they go to the, what was it? Oh, that actor and singer that passed away from lung cancer, and he never actually smoked himself. Well, they used to have a time limit. You only got so much. Or do you know, like when you go for counselling, you've only got 10 sessions, and if nothing's working within that 10 sessions, you're told, nah, you're not ready for it, and they send you away, because they know it's not going to work at that time if you've had 10. They should be sort of saying, no, you've got to seriously shows that you're making inroads here before you get it. Because, of course, what are they going to do? They're going to spend the extra money on the very thing that's got them addicted in the first place, aren't they? That's what I think, anyway. Okay, well, let's carry on with this. I'm going to kill him. Oh, that laugh. You see, you don't see this, people. I can see it when he does this. I can see it when he does it. Oh, that laugh. Anyway, so...
It's what you're talking about. You can see his run away. It's an illusion, man. Don't ruin
it. It's an illusion. It's like that scene from what's a scary movie where he runs behind the tree and when she looks like, oh, I love that. Oh, I love that film. Have you ever seen it where she's in school or in a classroom or something? She looks out the window, sees him, and she looks away with shock on her face. And the camera goes back to him running behind the tree. And then she looks, and he's not there. It's like shock on it. Oh, and I love that film. Anyway, so, and the one, I don't know which one it was, with Mr. Hand in it. That was a funny one. You know that this fella has failed. the Grand Master. You know, Mr. Humphreys.
Yeah.
The Grand Master. I've seen this, the discomfort in it. Look at the discomfort there. He's starting to go red, isn't he? Is it that Mr. Humphreys is standing at the side, watching and listening to everything he does and says? Of the lodge. Well, why? And there we are. Is it says or says? It says. Hiding, because I've noticed he's been hiding recently.
I haven't seen anything of him on this corner of YouTube now for probably...
No, but you've seen him in this corner or that corner, aren't you? Where he's standing and watching you.
Probably the best part of a year. I don't even know why Decker's still talking about him.
Well, do you know what? You know what he tried to do to me, don't you? Remember when he was having me on his shows and all that? Out of sympathy. Out of sympathy, eh? Oh, yes, we all remember, don't we? We all remember when ViDEOCRAiG said how cruel and vicious of him to say that he only had Anne on his chat, you know, when he used to do his chats, out of sympathy that no one else would come on when Anne was on. Cruel. You said you had me on your shows out of sympathy, eh? Anyway,
but you know, you've got to look after your elders, haven't you? Same as like at home.
He's waiting for. Do you know what? Oh, he was waiting for it then. Waiting for
an old woman across the street. I let her hand on me live.
Don't push it, boy.
It's just your fingers on the button, isn't it?
I haven't got a little thing back. No, I haven't got. Here we are. Oh no, I haven't got it. And it can use it. I'll just have to cook this one.
Pardon me.
But is it carrying on? No. Oh, it won't stop, Craig. It won't stop.
Somebody in the comments saying that the friend in uni was terrified of spaghetti.
You can be terrified of it, can't you?
I think by the time you get to university,
this a little bit. I've got a feeling this bit's going to be a bit.
Sultanas,
oh yeah, this is going to be. Stop being crude. This is a clean show.
Poor-minded.
Yeah, and has never been able to eat currant sultanas or raisins. Never, ever since a baby.
That your mind did that, not mine.
Horrible things. My mind didn't do it. Rob, look, Rob B is in here, and I don't want him fainting. Oh yeah, Rob would have been shocked at that, or running away in disgust. You know, I know what he's like. He'll be panicking now because he doesn't like any cruciality to say it. Rob B. Anyway, so we've got all this going. But did I ever tell you about Steve Ray? What he tried to do to me? Did I ever tell you?
No, what did you?
Look at the discomfort there. See, he's thinking, my master, my grandmaster is watching me. I have to be careful what I say here. See, this is the truth behind it. This is the truth. Decker's right.
He's trying to.
Well, what it was, you know, he's the head of this lodge. Well, you'll know. Look at that. You see him, his legs giving way there, nothing, isn't he? There, he's thinking, oh, no, the Grand Master of our lodge. What secrets are going to come out? It's because you're a Mason. We all know you are. Allegedly, Anne's pretty pert, peachy bottom that everyone wants to have a little nibble at. But
I've never been inside a Freemason lodge in my life.
We believe you, don't we, people? You know how you have these rituals?
I've heard they've got Rivitas in there.
You know how you have these trying deflection. Look at that, their face looking down. Yes, I've never been inside a lodge. Fibs, body language, fibs. I can tell you, he's been inside lots of Masonic lodges, I tell you now. You can, don't you? You know he has. So he's fibbing. Yes. Look. Oh, what's happened? What's happened? Oh, what's happened? Ritual is right.
Yeah.
He's still on. Yeah. What happened now? Sacrifice of useful virgin. He was trying to wear me and get round me and trick me into going to the lodge sometimes. You see, what it is, these Freemasons have rituals, you know, secret, because they're a secret society, and they have to sacrifice a beautiful maiden at a certain time of the year. And, you know, I was getting invited to place, and I thought, you must think I'm stupid. See, me, Anne, sorry, not me, because I'm BLU-RAYCRaig. Anne ran to me and said, oh, hide me. Those satanic Freemasons are trying to sacrifice me, a beautiful maiden, to their devilish horned god. I could be the sacrificial maiden.
Sounds like you'd never come back.
Right. Anyway, what are they saying in the chat? Do you want to address it? And someone asked Craig, because, you know, he's a famous YouTuber now. So people, please feel free to ask him any questions in the chat, as long as it doesn't relate to girth and width. Oh, and length, sorry. Yes, because girth is width. So to say girth and width is saying the same thing. Girth is length.
Now you're being smutty now, Anne.
I was talking about you. Your coxcomb thing. Your lovely coxcomb thing on your head.
I need to put my hair up. Actually, I'm going to go live in a bit.
Oh, I know you're doing surprise, he was doing Decker. We'd like to. Oh, look at that, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. He's trying to impress Anne there, saying, don't I look sexy? Isn't he? Look at that. That's him trying to pull a I'm sexy look to Anne, hoping that Anne will think, oh, I'll have a date with him. Yeah. Who are you doing this time on your... Who are you doing? Yeah, I'd like to do a few people, wouldn't he?
7:30. This is a little rundown of my evening. At 7:30, I'm doing a commentary of the...
Oh, by the way, have you heard of Anne's show that she's starting tomorrow? It sounds so exciting. Don't miss it. It's called Scumbag Lottery. What she does is she gets 20 names and picks one at random and starts talking about them. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Make sure you all join in.
Fight where Decker lost the governor title. Now, that fight isn't online anywhere.
And people in the chat put a suggestion of a scumbag that you want Anne to potentially talk about, put in a list of scumbags.
This is a first. Somebody sent me. So one of the guys that beat him's friends still had the fight on his phone. So I'm premiering that fight with my comment.
You don't advertise your bleeding show on my show, boy.
Yeah, see, that's and then 8 o'clock is my members only live, which is 2.
See, this he uses Anne to, you know, gain subs and followers, because he knows if he mentions the show on Anne's, you know, well, this is the place. Anne's place is the place to be.
99 if you want to become. And then 9 o'clock, I'm on traveling back to GDP.
Who the hell is JDP? So, you've got it all going on, girlfriend, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
What are you looking at? See, this is it. See that? Let's go back. See what I'm saying? He's being watched by his Masonic master.
Paper up it is, and I don't know what it says.
There we are. Let's see. I've gone past. He's one. Oh, Anne loves her kabuki. Anne loves her kabuki theatre, adores it. She went to see it years ago. Oh, God, not half years ago. She was a teenager when touring. Do you know, I'm starting to get snotty nose all the time. Touring Japan. And she was a belly dancer. And they actually got to visit a kabuki show, and she fell in love with it. So, you've got it all going on, girlfriend, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
See, watch him look. See there. Doesn't his face look weird there? I've got to clip that. Look at his ears. His ears look as if they've fallen down, don't they? Or is it... Look, do you remember that thing, Bob? Bob. Or what's the other one, Mac and Me? What are you looking at?
Somebody's at the window holding a piece of paper up.
Yes, warning him to be careful what he says.
But isn't it? I don't know what it says.
Yeah, we all know who it is, mate. We all know who it is. It's your grand master, isn't it? Yeah, not fooling anyone.
I'm in the garden, you see. I'm just having a nice cup of coffee and relaxing before I come on.
Oh, well,
Even internet superstars like myself just chill sometimes, you know.
just do it. I know. I feel privileged to do. I feel absolutely privileged. Let's see if there's any questions for you. Let's see. Any questions? Come on. Someone has to complete. Here we are. Here we go. What's this one? See, I'm struggling to get anyone to pay any interest in them. They were all more interested in that. Here we are. Oh, now here we are. Craig, I love your channel, but you should lay off diet chips. He's an old man.
Well, diet chips is in a lot of the footage tonight.
Do you remember when Anne was accused of putting up a photo of diet chips by Decca? Lies, lies, lies.
Because
why would Anne want that floppy titted thing on her channel, his hair channel?
Some backstage footage from Decca's fight and when Decca lost the governor title, even though he says he's still
himself
the governor. I don't particularly pick on diet chips. I thought it was very funny when Cumbrian Truth chinned him, but
we didn't actually see him do it, did we? Just said, but I still say that it looked very much like Ashley was defending himself, or sounded like it.
You know, he did kidnap a child. Let's not remember that.
Exactly. I was going to say that it's not that. I think this was a bit tongue-in-cheek, that question. But yeah, he kidnapped a child, so he's not that's delicate. Bit past this in the English language. If we were Spanish, we would, but you does not. Come on. Oh yes, and just like to pull people up about that. There's no such word as use. It's you. You does not have any plural. Questions for Craig. You won't have them all that long. Here we are.
Craig, what do you think about the
wrestling? Though I'm into me wrestling.
Yeah. A lot of people say that I remind them of Gorgeous George.
Dream on. Does anyone ever remember Gorgeous George? Let's see if I can get a quick clip. Anne is absolutely smitten by Gorgeous George. He was the first straight man, the very first straight man to make being camp popular. Let's see. Now. Here we go. Where is he? Here we go. This is gorgeous. I'll just show a quick clip of it because I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. Here we are. Gorgeous George, the man who completely changed boxing forever. Let's get a decent one, actually. That's not decent. There's one where he comes on with his dress on, and it's wonderful. He used to wear some of his robes, used to be like dresses. But here we are, I'll show this one because it's the first one on there. Here was the first superstar. Here we are. I'll show what Muhammad Ali said about him. Because Muhammad Ali said that it was meeting Gorgeous George that enabled him to be a star because he copied what Gorgeous George was doing in his attitude. Here we are. Right. Cheers.
He was not great a talker till he met Gorgeous George in Las Vegas. I saw a wrestler once named Gorgeous George, and the place was jam-packed with people. Cars was lined up for miles. They hated Gorgeous George. They wanted him to beat, but they paid $100 for a ringside seat. So Gorgeous George walked out with his pretty silver hair, and he was walking so proud. And people was throwing popcorn at him. He said, you bums. He was hollering at the fans. I don't care nothing about you.
Yeah, so that was the man that saved wrestling because it was going to be condemned to obscurity until Gorgeous George saved it. And Anna's a big fan of him because he was the first one, even though I say he wasn't gay. He was as straight as they come. He was the very first one that made acting gay fashionable. And when you think this was the 40s, he used to come on literally big gowns with his hair peroxide blonde, which then a man dyed, bleaching his hair peroxide blonde was considered, shocking, absolutely shocking. But people loved to hate him. He was the one that coined the, I don't know the human orchid he was called. By a stretch of the imagination, yeah. So Gorgeous George, he was the one that really saved wrestling from oblivion. Next one was Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks, because I remember Shirley Crabtree, the kid, they were the thing when I was a kid. And Big Daddy's name, Shirley, wasn't it? Yeah. If anyone is too young to have seen Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks, just Google them. They were a brilliant team together. Shirley Crabtree. Because Shirley used to be a boy's name. I've lost my sound. So, any good jokes for us, Craig?
Yeah.
Go on to Assumption of Daisy.
It's not dirty. Why did Diet Chips cross the road?
So, why did Diet Chips cross the road?
Because his cock was stuck in the chicken.
So you got a round of applause there. I didn't know that Craig smoked a vape. I don't get them at all. So, what? I thought he never smoked. Tell you what, people, be careful of those things because they're not as harmless as you might think. What do you think would happen? This is a question that I have. And I asked this with concern and worry over your future, Craig. What happens if Decker stops doing videos? When you flush his channel down the pan and retires from YouTube.
Then
what happens to Craig?
Right, so what I was thinking about doing is I'm going to play this game.
We'll actually get past this. I reckon this is going to be a bit boring. From a loving, caring heart, and only say things hoping that people will learn from my wisdom experience. But people declare war on me. They do, you know. When I open my mouth, someone else gets offended, and I don't know. Anne is the most loving, caring person you can ever meet. Take it from me. I've never met such an empathetic, loving person who her motto in life is, if you haven't got anything good to say about someone, don't say it at all. She would rather cut her own tongue out than think that she said it to upset anyone.
What you need to do, just come to the lodge and they'll stop giving you those. Honestly, the problems you get will just stop if you come to the lodge. I told you about the lodge. Yeah, sacrificial victim. Beautiful virgin. Liverpool, don't wait because you're too busy being famous, weren't you? On YouTube. I'm famous 90% of the day. I'm busy being famous.
Well, let me tell you this, Pete.
The other 10%, I'm having a shit.
Let's tell you. You know, he just has to be crude. Just has to lower the tone. He's sitting here with someone that's refined, someone that bore the label of a high artist. Yes, not just an artist, a high artist. Having been fully trained in classical ballet, like a classical musician, like an opera singer, a high artist. Even actors don't get the title of high artist. High artist. High. This, right? You know, when we met, I've lived here for years, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean snorting anything. I met him in Belvedere, right? But did he pick his nose in front of the gracious and wonderful land? Sitting having a coffee. And someone comes up because they recognise him. Not me. They recognise him. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, you're off the. Craig. Yeah. Oh, seen you on the on YouTube. Great. Just also come over and say hello. Rat. Long tail. I want to say hello to you. You're off the internet, aren't you? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great, isn't it? And he's sitting there going, oh, yeah, like, you know, oh.
And Anna was literally, as he walked away, was just going.
Yeah. And
I was like, this is awkward. That's when me and Anne fell out, was that moment. That's when she
I thought, bitch. Go on, get away from me.
You just stood up and went, Chrissy, take me home.
Yeah, so that's it. Take me home. Oh God, it was hammering down.
It was a hell of a rainy day.
Oh,
that.
it was bad.
terrible.
It was absolutely terrible.
Wait, I'm meant to be live now, so I'm going to have to go.
Oh, well, thank you, Craig. And here we are. This is for you, right? This is just for you.
Give us one of those little videos, and then I'll disappear.
There we go. So we'll leave it there because I've got a funny feeling the rest of it was an anticlimax, wasn't it? The rest of it was definitely an anticlimax. So anyway, I'll catch up on the chat now and see what you, because I can't watch. I'll have to get something where I can see the chat. I can't even see it on my tablet, can I? I'll have to get something. This is what I need. I need a bleeding phone, but I can't afford one. My phone's years old. But when I see them that have got enough memory, so that you can do lives and things when you're walking around outside, I can't do that on my phone. And I'm thinking, $2,000. Oh, get lost. I paid $2,000 for a bleeding phone. Ones that will really, you can use them. Oh, are you, Mandy? If Mandy's still here. So, where am I up to? Where's it gone? Here we are, yeah. I'll let you. Hiya, Scotch Chegg. Well, this is for Scotch Chegg. If he's still here, I might have missed all these nice, wonderful people. Here, well, this isn't a new one for you. Oh, well, that's what I'm saying, right? People think that these vapes, and they get really upset when you tell them this, they're not good for you people. All right, they might be better than actually smoking a cigarette, but they have their own problems because literally what you're smoking is a mini, it's a very small, what's it called? What are they called? The pipes, the Turkish pipes. They call them bubble pipes now, don't they? But the hookah pipe. You're breathing water vapor into your lungs, and that's not a good thing over an extended period of time. Plus, the thing that gets you hooked on cigarettes is the nicotine. That's the one that you struggle to get off. So I don't know why people use them. Yeah, if someone's given up smoking, they can use it, but they were intended, and this is the thing about them, they were intended as an aid to getting off smoking, to giving up. But people are using them as a replacement. And I heard ages ago that actually people are getting chronic chest problems because of it. Because, over time, you're taking in a lot of water into your lungs, and it's not a good thing. Evening, Yanto. Oh, controversial Yanto. Controversial Yanto. Yeah, it is. That's it. I don't know why he's doing it. Because he never smoked. I don't know. You, Rach, you'll know. I'm pretty sure he was never a smoker, or was he in the past? I don't know. See, Anne missed it, didn't notice him taking a drag on it, but I'm sure he did. So why the hell use that? Because now he'll be hooked on it. It's the nicotine. It's a hell of a thing. If anyone has never smoked, that nicotine is what, well, for me, it was a nightmare. Well, for Anne, it was a nightmare. Took about 4 or 5 attempts and really struggled to get off it. Yeah, he's an idiot. He'll be hooked on them now. If he tries to get off that with the nicotine in it, he won't find it easy. Let's see, just looking at some of any that I've missed. That's right, crafty cow. That's right. You're so. Yeah, I mean, you really are. I tell you what. You have a good. You can judge people. You're a good judge of character, aren't you? You definitely are a good. And I'm looking for something that it won't. And I've got nothing that will do a clap or anything like that. But anyway, I'll do this. Well, what I'll do is I'll start winding up. But everyone, look at Anne's latest. Not latest. The one previously on the community page. Oh, no, video it is, isn't it? Video about Twitter. What Twitter I've done. Not very good. Very, very worrying what they're trying to do and what they've decided. Who they've decided to give protected characteristics to, which you should never do. Oh, Welsh Girl, it was horrendous. What I had to do, I had to get myself hooked. I tried to, even those horrible tablets, that you take to make you want to throw, the horrible things to make you feel like you want to yak all the time. And you slowly get yourself off the cigarettes, then you give up, and it's supposed to close down the desire to have. Never worked with me there. And they were horrible because I felt like I was going to throw up at times. Tried everything. Patches I was allergic to. I actually got dragged into hospital. I was in Admiral Street Station at the time. And I wore the patches and I didn't know I was allergic. Well, until I tried, I didn't know. And I don't know whether they thought I was going into anaphylactic shock or they did. But all that I can remember is literally going all weird. And then they gave me an injection in hospital. So I couldn't use them. So I went on the tabs. And so I stayed on the tabs for 2 years, believe it or not. And I thought, I'm sorted now. I wasn't even wanting a cigarette. Thought sorted. Tried to get off the tabs. Holy mother of God, it was as bad as trying to give up cigarettes. Because, of course, it's the nicotine. I was hooked on them then. So I had a nightmare getting off them. But the end result is, which is good, I don't crave cigarettes. If I ever crave it, it's the tabs. So out of the two, it's the better option, isn't it? It is the better option to do that. But yeah, it took a long time. You'll just give up when the time's right for you. I just knew the time was right, and that was it. That's why I never condemn anyone that is smoking, because I know what it's like. It's horrendous to try and give up. Yeah, that's it. It's people. Make sure that the message gets through. Don't start smoking, because you really will. Or vaping, because you see young people vaping, and it's stupid. They've never smoked it. It's like, you idiots. You're getting yourself hooked, because it's the nicotine that gets smokers hooked. That's the one that gives all the endorphins. That. So, not worth the having to go through that nightmare of giving up. But anyway, what I'll do, I'll start winding up now. Everyone, yes, you do. You want to see Anne's little love ode, her little ditty to Craig, don't you? Who at 1 minute she wants to slap around, and next minute she thinks, he's a nice fella. Then she wants to slap him around again. He's a nice fella. So here we go. And I'll say goodbye and thank you, Kelstone, for being my moderator. And be back tomorrow. And we'll be back tomorrow.
But 1 minute you're good, and the very next minute you're bad. At times I ought to hate you. You make me feel so blue. But honest, I can't hate you. You smile at me the way you do. Oh my goodness.